I don't think I'm good enough.
You're literally 14.
Boy, if you don't
No duh. You have time to become good enough. So just do it, you know? Your middle school self was not ugly. It was just a middle school kid. It's okay not to look like a model at 15. It's okay not to look like a model ever. Whenever you do get to see them, you have to plan things. You have to schedule it, make sure it fits in their schedule. You know, we try to spend all this time with our new high school friends. You're gonna miss your siblings, okay?
Oh, we knew life would be alright, but who could have known it'd be this good? Oh, Lord.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be talking about the top things that I would tell my high school self. High school had a COVID year, had a quarantine year. It was ghetto, okay? But there are some things that I wish that I would tell her now. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. Number one is that people will never be this carefree again. So it's not like soak in the moment, soak in the whatever, but just appreciate the fact that you don't even have that much to do. And I know I had a lot to do. Like, don't get me wrong. I had classes, I had a club that I was running, I had all this stuff. But at the end of the day, like, it's not as much as it's gonna keep getting. Like, in high school, you're a lot more fun, and most people are a lot funner to be around when they only have, 2 assignments or like 3 assignments, 1 or 2 AP classes instead of all AP classes. Like, college classes, all of those are APs. So imagine all your APs, but like, that's a normal class in college. It's a lot of work. College classes are a lot of work. So what I find is that now that you're in college, you're like, oh, let's hang out. And it's like, oh, I got this. When are you free? I'm free here. I'm not free. And it's so annoying. I never had that issue in high school because, baby, you're with me from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. We're in the same building. We're literally next to each other all the time. There was less to worry about in terms of like responsibility. And it's like, I'm not even really focusing on the work part of it, but I'm focusing on how that work affects the people around you. When people are busy, they're boring. When people are busy, they're not a lot of fun. When people have so much stuff to do, they're stressed out and like annoying. Okay, so I would tell myself that to appreciate how, if I were to ask my friend, hey, do you want to like go here for lunch, or do you want to do this or whatever, they probably have nothing to do. Appreciate that, because that's like the main thing that changes in college. In college, people like always have stuff to do, almost always have stuff to do, especially if you're friends with pre-meds. Yeah, I'm calling y'all out. They're always doing chemistry and they're always studying. Respect them, God bless them, they're our future doctors. But yeah, you don't get to see your friends as much as you will in high school. And whenever you do get to see them, you have to plan things, you have to schedule it, make sure it fits in their schedule. Carefreeness, just going with the flow. Yeah, that's like not really a college thing anymore. Maybe like once in a while on the weekends. If you can call your friend on the phone and speak for like 6 hours because they literally got nothing going on when you get back from school, gotta appreciate that for real, because people do be working and don't got time for a 6-hour phone call. It's the things you used to do that you didn't really think was a big deal, like staying on the phone all the time, or like talking during class because you don't actually need to get the homework done like so seriously, stuff like that. It's the carefree fun vibe. People in college are more serious, which is a good thing. We need to get more serious, but definitely appreciate that if you're in high school and you can relax and not have to spend 10 minutes scheduling a hangout with your friend. That's the difference. It is fun when you hang out, but that's the difference. My next point is to go to sleep. Literally go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, guys. I feel like, I don't know why we do this. Like, even since we were kids, kids never like to go to sleep on time. You always have to force them to go to sleep, right? That didn't change for me when I was in high school. I feel like I just never got sleep, and I don't know why. And I would tell myself to do that for multiple reasons, because one, randomly creating a strict sleep schedule is a lot harder especially when you're in college and you like don't really have to. It's a lot harder, but it's very important. And then 2, just for health reasons, okay? Sleep is very important. Please get some in high school. Story time is that I remember in like the 6th or 7th grade, I was in class and we had to like watch this video and guess what it was about at the end. And so this video plays and it's listing a bunch of horrible things: dementia, stroke, memory loss, like all these horrible things. And at the end it goes, this is what happens when you don't get enough sleep. And we were just like what? So in high school, if you can figure out like a good sleep schedule and carry that into college, which means you will carry that into the rest of your life, you're golden, because sleep is so important. Sleep will always be important forever. So definitely I would tell myself to just get sleep, literally just get sleep. Honestly, like we were just saying, don't be on a 6-hour phone call. Go to sleep, okay? If he's your man, he could wait till the next morning. If that's your friend, she could wait, he could wait till the next morning, okay? How do I hit you? Bow, bow. Oh. Bow. The funny thing too is like I wasn't even doing anything. I was probably just on my phone. I didn't want to go to sleep. I was like watching a YouTube video that I didn't have to watch. Like I was the problem, okay? And just in general, don't abuse your body. Don't abuse your body. Not getting enough sleep is a way of abusing your body and not giving it what it needs to be like healthy enough. So advice in general in high school, this is literally the body that you will have for the rest of your life. Don't abuse it. Get sleep, eat decent things, and do what you can to take care of it. It's literally not fair to your future and whole entire rest of your life if you abuse your body. Next thing that I would say in high school that honestly I was pretty good at, but I could have done more of, and that is ask questions. Ask more questions. For this tip, I honestly feel like I would encourage you guys to ask older people, wiser people, more questions. This isn't just about asking questions in class and responding to your teachers when they say, what's 3 + 3? Have you ever asked your teacher, like, why did you decide to be a teacher? I feel like for me, it took me a long time. I don't know if it happened during high school, but there definitely was a good amount of time where I didn't really see teachers as like a person. I just saw them as my teacher. And so I would never ask them like, what do you like to do in your free time? Like, what? That's my teacher. But I feel like in college, now that professors have office hours, professors have more control over their class. So like they can do what they want and they can let us into their life. I've gotten to know a lot of my professors and we literally can talk for hours. Guys, these teachers are just like us. Some of them wanted to be a teacher. Some of them didn't want to be a teacher. Some of them didn't know they wanted to be a teacher. All of that stuff is really interesting. Not just teachers, obviously, like your aunts and your uncles, you see them as your aunts and uncles. Old people over me, authority. But if you get the chance, one thing I would have told myself was to ask more questions and get to know more people who have always been around, but you never actually like cared to get to know their story or something. I remember I was talking to a friend and we were talking and he was telling me everything about his mother, like his mother's whole life story. He knew his mother's whole life story. And I was like, dang, not everyone knows their mother's life story. Why not? That's your mom. She literally lives with you. Or that's your dad. He literally lives with you. But as young kids, we're not like curious about that type of stuff. We don't care. So we don't really ask questions. But they're literally just like us. They're literally more grown kids. And I didn't really realize that until coming to college. Even like the dynamic with your parents change with coming to college. They start giving you more advice. They start treating you like more of an adult. And you realize, oh, they went through this too. They're just like me. We have a lot to talk about, There's this teacher on TikTok who's like has such a cute relationship with his students. Things like that are really important in high school, just to show you that like your teachers are there for you too. The aunties, the uncles, yes, they are like have authority over you. You're supposed to respect them. You also are supposed to learn from them. Literally in 10 years, you're going to be the rich auntie. You have a lot of stories to tell, don't you, babe? So your aunties, your uncles, your teachers, they probably have a bunch of stories to tell, and it's probably really interesting. Okay, you might have to get the teacup out. So I would ask more questions, get to know your community members, your older community members, and ask them about their life. Next, we're going to talk about reading. This is something I have always just recommended everyone to do, guys. Reading is super cool because you're turning words on a page into a movie in your head. You're training your brain to build up an imagination, analyze things and process emotions. It helps you speak better, become a better speaker and communicator because you're learning new words. They're relaxing and calming. So I feel like in a world where there's so much craziness going on, and also if you're in high school right now, that means you've probably been on your phone since you were 5. So a break away from that would be so beautiful. You could watch the movie, but you could read the book. And I feel like reading the book is really cool. And it's a nice way to like pour back into yourself. I didn't read as much in high school, but I used to love reading in middle school, and I just wish that I didn't stop reading in high school. You know why I stopped reading in high school? It's because they would assign readings for the first time ever. Like, I had to read The Great Gatsby in 2 weeks. I didn't even want to do that. It was a good book, but I didn't want to do that. So I was just like, oh, I don't have to read anymore because my classes are going to keep telling me what to do. But even if you're not a reader, definitely maybe look into audiobooks or just find smaller books and build up your love for reading. In college, they literally assign us readings that are so long, due the next day. So yeah. Next, for my high school self, I wish I knew the quote that said, "This too shall pass." It is a quote written by someone I do not know, but it's such a beautiful quote, simple, but reflective of literally everything in life. It means no matter what bad happened or even what good happened, that too shall pass. Everything will pass, you know? I feel like when we're younger, we just think that everything is the end of the world. And maybe it is, but just knowing that the world will start back up again is so important for your mental health and for like your well-being in general. Especially on social media, it can feel like, oh, this is going to stay forever. This is going to stay forever, which it might. But people will forget. People literally will forget. And if something happens to you, every day is another day where that's pushed in the past and you can keep on moving forward. So just always keep on moving forward. Don't let anything actually like completely get you off your path, get you to stop believing in yourself, get you to stop trying. That doesn't make any sense. Whatever it is, tell yourself, this too shall pass. Even if it's good, this too shall pass. But especially if it's bad, tell yourself, this too shall pass. And this quote is not to say that like, oh, it wasn't, whatever happened wasn't serious, whatever happened, that you shouldn't take life seriously. That's not what this is saying. But just know that you will make it through and that every single day is it's actually a brand new day. Like, does that make sense? Like every single day is actually a brand new day and a day that pushes whatever happened back into the past. I feel like having that sort of mindset and being strong in knowing that you really can get through anything is just so powerful, especially to high schoolers whenever there's a bad situation. Okay, remember that this too shall pass. Next, we're going to talk about putting that phone down. Yeah, I just think we spend too much time on it. Like, I'm not even going to spend too much time on this point because you agree with me. Everyone, we're cooked and we need to stop. And like I said in the beginning point, people will never be this carefree again. If you want to go outside and hang out with your friends, you probably have more time to do it than ever. So why would you waste it on your phone? Why would you waste it on your phone? Like, let me not get mad because I just feel like doing something in the real world, your phone is like a fake universe, a fake universe that affects the real universe, a fake world. So make sure you don't spend so much time in the fake world before you look around in the real world and you don't even have any idea what's going on, or whatever's going on you didn't choose because you weren't even there. Like, wake up, get outside, all that free time you have. Oh man, I just really do think too much time is spent on the phone, and you think it's productive time. It doesn't have to be productive, but like you think it's time that you're enjoying, but you're not enjoying. You're just like comfortable. Your phone's right there. It's just for you. You could change the channel to whatever you want, but it'll be there. That phone will be there for a long, long time. You won't be in high school for a long, long time. Okay. So unless, let me stop. Don't fail classes. So just imagine all the free time you have in high school going to your phone. That's not cool. Give it to yourself. Give it to yourself and do something you actually like to do. Give it to your friends, the friends that you actually love and care about. Give it to them and have deep conversations. Give it to your parents and help them out in the kitchen, or do something that'll make you feel like you actually lived life or did something with your time. Your phone, man, it's 2 p.m. You start being on your phone. You look up, it's 5. That's 3 hours, and you don't even know what you gained from it, except for not having to move around. You just got to chill and sit down. But that's not worth all the real memories you could have been making in 3 hours. So put the phone down. Don't let it be the first option that you choose to pick up when you have free time, okay? Because too much of your free time that won't last for forever, is going to your phone. Too much of it is going to your phone. And your phone doesn't even pay bills. you pay for the phone. Now imagine that. My next point is to hang out with your siblings more. When you leave for college, yes, you're leaving home. You're leaving like your family, your parents, but you're really leaving your siblings. Like, your siblings are your first friends. Your siblings are your first ride or dies, bro. Your siblings have been there with you. You're gonna miss your siblings, okay? It's weird to think of your siblings as friends. And honestly, I just think in general, it's something that people don't think about until the last minute. Like when they finally drive away and you're at college all by yourself, you low-key then it clicks to you, oh, my siblings are not coming with me. Like, my siblings are also being taken away. That's kind of crazy. So if you have like time, or if you're about to graduate, you're a junior, senior, just be more conscious of spending time with your siblings. You know, we try to spend all this time with our new high school friends. You know, we're the cool kids. Oh my gosh, do you want to go to Dave & Buster's? I don't know what high school kids do. I don't freaking know. But they grow up so fast. Even whether they're older or younger than you, they grow up so fast. Like, when you're not around, to see people grow up is crazy. And then when it's your siblings growing up, it's even crazier. And then when it's your little siblings growing up, it's even crazier. So make sure to spend time with your siblings during high school. Don't focus so much on your high school friends. Your high school friends are going to be there. You know, they're going to go to college. They might even go to college with you, but they're going to go to college. You can call them and all this stuff. But if you really rock with your siblings, then make sure to like be intentional about spending enough time with them before you move over to college. My next point is to shoot for the stars, girl. If you're in high school, yeah, demand everything, okay? Work hard, like apply to that job, you know, apply to that talent show. Literally, you can do whatever. If someone knocks you down right now, so what? You're in high school, get back up. You're not even in college yet. Like, it would be so cool if a college can see that you tried so many things and that like you really put yourself out there in high school, because like a lot of people don't try to do anything, but it's the perfect time to do something, do anything. Shoot for something crazy. Shoot for something that would take a lot of time to build, because you literally have a good amount of time to build it before you actually need to choose your major or choose your job. You guys know that? I don't think I'm good enough.
You're literally 14.
Boy, if you
No duh. Just try. You have time to become good enough. So just do it, you know? I know in high school we think that like I have to be good, or like I'm comparing myself to everyone around me. But compared to everyone, you're doing great, sweetie. Maybe, yeah, your friends might see that and be like, oh, haha, very cute, whatever. But someone who's older than you, someone who's like even in college, after college, if they see what you were doing, then they would be impressed. If they see you trying, then they would be impressed, okay? And they're the ones who have the money to actually like employ you, you know? So they kind of matter. Their opinions kind of matter a little more. You know? Yeah, do something. If you're in high school, man, the free time that you have, do something, build something, have fun, because you can literally do whatever. No one's forcing you to pick a major. No one's forcing you to pick a job and to move to Calabasas to work for a big company. No one's forcing you to do anything. Just try. If you think you're not good at it, it's because you're not. It's because you're young, but you have time to become good at it. So use that to your advantage, okay? After you have to pick a major and stuff, it kind of becomes harder, because it's like, oh, why are you doing that? That's not computer science. Why are you doing that? That's not pre-med. And you're like, well, I just like it. And it's like, who do you think you are? You trying to be a doctor? Get your life together. Don't listen to them. That's a whole nother topic. Don't listen to them. But like, you see how in high school you don't have that issue? So definitely use it to your advantage. Next, we're going to talk about the fact that you are not ugly. You're not. Watch the way you talk about yourself, because you're not ugly. Stop comparing yourself to 23-year-olds. Stop comparing yourself to celebrities. Stop comparing yourself to college girls or college guys. Stop. Just be a normal kid. Look like a normal kid. Like, you actually don't have to match anyone's beauty standards or expectations when you're 14, when you're 15, when you're 16. Looking normal is the normal thing to do. Ignore all of these super crazy trends that force you to assimilate to an older like beauty standard, if that makes sense. You can do whatever. Like, I'm not like, do whatever you want when it comes to beauty, but just make sure that you're not trying to look like an older version of yourself, and that you're not comparing yourself to literally like 24-year-olds who have gotten things done. I can assure you, you're not ugly. You're probably just a normal kid. In high school, everyone wants to start dressing up. Everyone wants to start looking good and like being that girl. The only issue with that is that girl, those guys are like so much older than you with so much more money. They're old enough to drink. They can get a tattoo. You don't need to look like them. Just look like yourself. And honestly, I feel like I understand, because there's not that many that girls or that guys who look like normal people, you know, with normal beauty standards. They have a lot done, so there's pressure to look like them. But explore your style in high school, get your glow up, but do it in a way that still shows love to how you originally look. You know, your middle school self was not ugly. It was just a middle school kid. You know what I mean? Comment down below if you understand what I'm talking about. There's like this trend going around where everyone passes the awkward phase now, and I really feel like that's because everyone has access to what these top celebrities, top models, top Instagram people look like, and try to look like that as soon as possible, which is just so unnecessary. Like, it is weird for a high school hallway to be filled with straight models. It just doesn't make sense. You're literally 15. Like, why do you look like a model at 15? It's okay not to look like a model at 15. It's okay not to look like a model ever. And it's okay to look like yourself. That's the main point that I want to get across. So that is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, comment down below high school, okay? And if you're in high school, share this with some other high school friends so that they can also get this advice. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.